Hi guys, we're doing a hardware review. I don't do many of these, and this isn't sponsored by Razer. This is just stuff that I use, so I thought I'd share it because I'd recently bought this. It's the Tartus V2, which I'm going to go into. Now obviously here as well, you might notice I've got a Razer Naga Pro. This is wireless as well. It's an MMO mouse. You can see all the buttons. It's not what I would use for first-person shooters. It's purely that I use in conjunction with the V2. The Razer products that I've had, they're very good, to be honest. I mean, there's a bad rumor going around that Razer products break, and I'm here to tell you that isn't. This is my old. Oh yes, thanks Rabbit for that. The Rabbit's helping me. This is the old. This broke after 9 months. This is the replacement, which broke after 4 months. And this Rabbit, yes, yeah, that's enough. Yeah, they're not very reliable, guys. I've gone through a few mice. The Razer ones seem to break very easily on the mouse buttons, just the repetitive stuff, and the mouse just keeps going and going and going. And if you're in an MMO where you press your right mouse button down to turn, it just keeps switching on and off, then on and off. And that's what's happened to all of my Razer mice after 9 to 12 months, really, which is fucking shocking. The base here comes off, and you can put it into 2 positions, depending on the size of your hand. The bigger your hand, the better, I've found. People with bigger hands are going to find it a lot easier to use. It just kind of fits naturally. It's like a bat, really, the size of the thing. So it fits nicely into a big hand. You also, if you look at the actual rows and the columns, you can see how they're virtually straight, which makes it a lot easier when you're actually using a keyboard. If you look at a normal keyboard, the rows are all straight, but the columns are all wonky, and that does make a problem. When you're gaming, you'll only really notice it when you use something where they're straight. It's a lot easier. There is a problem with it though, which I'm going to show you now. In fact, I'll show you just here. I'm riding my horse when I start hitting the keys. See how loud that is? It's like. Speaking of loud, Rabbit's here today, helping me with this video. Stop! Just put it down. Trying to open a little biscuit because he's got no manners. He won't wait till I've finished, so just leave it. Now if I do the same thing with the keyboard, you can hardly hear that. And I think these are cherry black keys, and it's a Corsair keyboard. So much better, a better feel as well on the keys than it is on this. This is all just noisy and just. Will you stop it? Just stop. Seriously. Always has to disrupt. Always. This is why you don't come into many videos now. People are sick of you. One sec, guys. No biscuits for you. What was I saying? Yeah, the noise. So it is noisy, but it's still brilliant. I use it all the time for this particular character. This is me level 70 lock. I use it all the time simply because it's just so easy for a caster. Now, modifying buttons such as Alt, which I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with, basically a modify button is you would hold the button down and then press another button, and it would give it a dual meaning. So if I say well, I'll show you one on here. I'll have to find something. These are all low level, so I don't know what I'm going to do it with. But yeah, if I hold down this and press key 1 on my mouse, that is fear, casts fear. Now if I just press key 1 without the modifier, it casts a shadow bolt, which is what it's just done there. So you can see how that's just given me 2 buttons just on button 1 of me actual mouse. So I find it much easier to hit than the actual Alt button on the keyboard. It's just simply again because of the rows and columns, the way they're all laid out. I'll show you the actual software that comes with it. Just a second. Rabbit. What makes you think playing Galaxian is quieter than opening a biscuit? One sec, guys. I'll just... There we go. So, the software. This is the software that you get with it. There's different profiles. This is the MMO profile, and you can have different key maps for each MMO that you're playing. This is the one I use for World of Warcraft. I've also got one set for an RTS, but I want to show you the shooter one. It changes colour as well. That's just done in here where you can just change all the lighting effects, and I don't bother with all that. As long as it's lit up, helps me when I'm playing in the dark, because I like to be playing in the dark more than anything. It gives us better vision on the actual screen, so it's nice to be able to see your keys lit up. But as you can see, I've got it set up for WSAD. So if I can't rebind the keys in a game, then I'd rather use this than WSAD on a keyboard, because it is easier because of the way that the keys are set up, because I don't have to be sticking thumbs underneath to hit modifiers and claw handing and all that. It's all just easy, and I've got all of this as well. If the game has like a bit of driving in it, I can use that. It's just really good for stuff like that. If I can rebind the keys, I'd much rather use TGFH on a keyboard. You know, I don't know why I can bother. Put this... Hang on. It's playing with me Stream Deck, guys. Yeah. I forget what I was saying now. See how he up. This is why I don't have them in my videos, because I lose my train of thought. If the game allows me to use TGFH, like to rebind all the keys, as it should, I'd rather use a keyboard. But if not, this is a great substitute. But mainly for MMOs, that's what I've found it the best for. I just hope it lasts longer than the mice that Razer seem to make, because the ones I've had have just been absolute. Right, I'm done. Come here.